Hey neighbors, and welcome to an exciting another episode of Initiative Coffee Company presents The Bards Tale. 5 bards and a cook, 4 bards today, tripping over the glass shores, stumbling their way through the glass shores as much as I'm stumbling through this introduction. We last time on The Bards Tale, we caught up with some downtime activities. Some people found some things out, and some of those people shared some of those things, but most of you didn't.
We're bad at talking.
We'll see what happens. We left off with Nadir commenting to Michael at a play as the lights were going down about how his granddad wanted to speak with him and have a family reunion of sorts with Mateus's papa.
Big Papa.
Pop'ems.
Papa?
My real fucking dad. Also, how are we going to do this? Because I will be like whisper yelling at him while the play is happening, but I don't want to do it while the
Sure,
play
there's
is
going to be a lot of shushing that you can't that you just can't abide. It will work.
Okay.
There's enough shushing going on from enough of the crowd because hopefully this play will be good enough that people will be excited to hear it. We'll see. There will be so much shushing that you feel ridiculous not being quiet, but during the acts, and you guys can interact during intermissions. Probably.
Also, I feel like anytime that he tried to like yell at me, I'd just be like, shh!
That's probably true, too.
Just to get on the board with everybody else and just shame you into being quiet.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's see how that goes.
Yeah. When last we saw the Bards, they were settling in for a delightful stage show written and directed by none other than Skylark the Everfree, which was an interesting addition to the downtime I had not planned for. But here we are. Keep in mind, some of you got magic items last time. I think an Ion Stone of Protection went out. I think a couple of sets of Goggles of Night went out.
Yep.
And a headband.
A headband of intellect, a bag of tricks went to Lotus, who's not here. And I think you missed the last one. So I think that's all the things. So if you have not adjusted that on your character sheets, please do. It will be important, maybe. Anything else?
Foreshadow.
I want y'all to know that I bought an iPad that was so old that I'm having trouble running D&D Beyond on it. I can't download Chrome and I can't download Firefox, but what you can download is Microsoft Edge.
Wow.
I'm so proud.
Don't cut yourself.
We're feeling edgy. Yeah.
Try not to slice a finger.
That edge is so sharp. Clearly, we're not sponsored by Microsoft Edge, although
Or D&D Beyond, or Apple,
Right.
or
although any of those people that wanted to sponsor us we'd be okay with.
Our DMs are open.
Yeah, Microsoft will redact all of that if you guys want.
Right.
I will sing the praises of Microsoft Edge. I might not use it, but I'll sing its praises. If
You want to give me one of those like big like production surfaces? Yeah, we'll
Whatever.
do. We'll
In
do
case you
figure it
don't
anything.
get it, we are for sale.
Very much so.
$20 to whoever cuts that video to make it look like Elisa's swearing a
Oh,
whole bunch
guys.
at her iPad.
No shame.
You don't have to cut it.
I can't
What's
download
happening in the world of Anathema?
just
In the
on
world
this
of Anathema, funny you should ask, Joe. Very recently, in the back row, there's a murmur, and one person you hear very distantly say, your grandfather wants to have a family reunion with you and someone named Rayvault? And then you hear, I'm sorry, what? And then the lights go down. And then the stage opens, the curtain opens, and the stage lights go up. And I don't know what you've prepared for Act 1 of this play, so you tell me what happens next.
Tell you, buddy.
Well, it's interesting what I performed.
Is it?
So I didn't.
I'll be the judge of that.
I didn't have time to actually write a whole play, but I have some notes which I will share.
Good
with you.
enough. Yeah, Act 1.
Act 1. The curtain raises. It's you hear cheerful strings and you hear the drums beating, and you hear a piping, and it's a beautiful sunny day on stage. You can see a white mountain in the background, and you can see town buildings, and the townsfolk are all going about their chores in a sing-song dancing fashion. They begin to sing a song about how perfect their town of Richport is, and how nothing bad ever happens here.
Iona, can you make me a performance check to see how well the play is being sing-songed? Not great.
Wait. It's a 9.
Below average. Interesting.
Oh no.
So it doesn't get off to a great start. People are kind of murmuring. There's kind of a... How are you going to grab their attention?
Suddenly,
Oh.
the
attention
music
grabbing.
changes.
Ooh.
It's very dark. There's a timpani going boom, and a gong crashing, and then demons flood onto the stage, or
Demons.
people dressed as demons.
Oh. Can you make a religion check to determine
Oh.
how
Hell yeah.
successful this group was of really capturing the essence of demons?
21.
21. You hear shrieks and murmurs from the crowd as if demons are really attacking the stage.
And like some of the townsfolk go down,
Oh no!
and then the curtain falls, with the town just dying in flames. Just bad.
Can you make a death save for me?
A
A
death
what?
A
save?
death saving throw.
Okay.
A 4.
It's not good for the town. Those townspeople.
Wait, is this becoming real?
If you die in the play, you die in real life.
And then,
God.
and Iona is my narrator, and she's dressed in her finest blue costume, and she starts to tell about how the events of that fateful day, the beginning of the Age of Burning.
Sure, can you make a persuasion check to
Oh.
salvage this?
Oh man, this first
People
act.
who live on an island without any culture are sure picky about their plays.
A 27.
Ooh, you tell such a great story. People are on the edge of their seats.
She says, and I can tell the whole tragic tale because I was there to see it happen.
Oh, no.
And then, it's like 9 months after the attack.
Oh.
9 months.
I imagine
A
there's a
baby was
person that
born.
walks across with a sign that says 9 months later.
And there's a woman giving birth, and it's terrible. As it is, whenever you have a birth scene in any sort of fiction, it's always like, oh no, giving birth is the worst thing. So then, so out comes, we have a real baby for this play.
This is all Act 1, yes?
But the baby has been painted red, and
Jesus.
and we've attached horns on it.
Can you make a nature check to make sure that you use pigments that are not abrasive to the skin of
my
small children?
Did we hurt this child?
Is this like a Scrooge
Oh my God.
situation where you staple antlers onto a mouse?
It's
No.
a
We'll
24.
find out. Oh,
it's
no,
just
it's
beet
fine.
juice.
Yeah, it's just beet juice and like a hairband with some horns stuck to it.
Yeah.
So all the midwives and all the people are like, it's a hideous monster. Oh no! But then the woman, she's very faintly like, give me my child, and she holds it. She says, she is perfect, and I love her.
Can you make a perfection check?
What?
Let's just keep going.
You just like checks.
I do. I want to feel like everyone's
And,
involved.
And she kisses the child on the forehead and holds it close and says, your name shall be... And she dies before she can name the child.
Terrible name.
All right.
And Act
Get out in the
1.
world.
That's
Blair.
Act 1. Can you make a, I don't know, I get maybe a medicine check to determine how dead this woman really is.
How everyone perceives. It's a 22. I'm rolling so good today.
This
wasting
lady is
them on the
doctored
play.
up to look very dead. In fact, the crowd is sure she is. And then the curtains close, and the lights go up a little bit to like the dim lighting for intermissions at theaters. You know what I'm talking about. Dim lighting.
Dim lighting.
And in the back row, you hear, I assume, some shouting. I'm not sure.
So
Clearly not shouting.
I would have stood up and like looked at Nadir and said, "What?" But then the play started.
Right. And then everybody's like,
And
shh, sit down.
and then like I sit down in like disgusted awe of like and just like side glance at Lotus to see if she's like clenching fingers.
Lotus is on stage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she doesn't.
So she's
this
a part
is just
of
a you
this.
and me thing.
Oh Lord. And then the lights come up, and I'm like, wow. I'm gonna kill you.
Did you see that lady? I think she's really
I
dead.
grab him by the ear and pull him outside.
You're welcome to try.
Make a grapple check. Make us an athletics check.
Against
An
athletics.
athletics check.
12.
7.
He grabs you by the ear and pulls you outside.
Okay. I'm more. Can we
Where?
go back? That lady might be dead.
She's fine. It's a play.
I don't know. She looked really dead. We should maybe go check her out and make sure she's
I
okay.
would hold his cheeks and I'm like, when did he speak with you?
Who?
The message you gave me before the play started, Nadir.
Oh, about your grandpa?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh God, I don't know. That would have been what, like 2-3 months ago? I want to point out, Nadir is loving every second of this.
All right.
The tea is hot today.
Oh yeah.
What did he say?
Yeah, something, family reunion, something, wanted to talk to you. And then, you were never around, so like I never
He
really
did specifically mention Rayvault also.
I don't think he mentioned him by name.
Then I'm retconning it, and he specifically mentioned Rayvault.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you were never around. I never ran into you until like now. So, I mean, this is more your fault than mine.
Where was
Be
this?
be more present.
Where was this?
It was in the common area. Oh yeah. So long story short, me and Lotus broke into your room, and that's when it happened. She heard it too.
Oh.
Lesser of two evils, lesser of two evils. Did he say anything else? Did he say where to meet him? Did he say
No.
how long he would wait?
No. It sounded sort of like an open invitation, just kind of a, maybe if, you were present with your friends and came home every now and again, you would have gotten the message yourself.
Maybe if you called your fellow bards once in a while.
Maybe if you called your mother every now and again. Because, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm not your message boy. You're lucky I told you at all.
Oh, they're in the back. Hold on.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna reach into like my component pouch and just like put honey on my lips and I'm like, Nadir, I'm gonna have to go now. You're gonna go tell Skylark and Iona that I left. I'm sorry I missed the end of the play,
I mean, you're missing
but it's
like
your own
2/3 of the
buffoonery that
play.
doesn't do suggestion because I gotta go and I'm not sticking around to see if he like makes a save.
He does.
Yeah.
Act 2.
Oh boy. Let's see if we can salvage this boy.
Sorry.
You ended on a good
Happy?
note.
Yeah. It's been going pretty
Act 1
good.
ended on a good note.
Someone from the audience shouted, "Is that lady dead?
It's true. There's a
Someone.
genuine
Is she okay?"
Someone.
We open up with there's a duet of twin harps, or let's see, what is Lotus proficient with? Dancing, right?
Dancing, we'll say harps for the sake of argument.
So we have the tiefling girl who's our star, and we have an old man wearing green, and they're playing just a very touching sort of peaceful song. And when they conclude, he says, you have much to learn, Patience, but you are improving. And then she talks how much she wants to become a bard, just like her mentor and father, Taliesin. She calls him father. And
Can you make a history check so you can really capture the essence of Taliesin, the noted and famous bard? Yes.
30.
Well done. It's like he's on stage himself. You've really captured his spirit.
And then she's off walking through the woods and just communing with nature when she sees some young men being attacked by bandits.
Bandits. Let's go with a perception check.
Okay.
How well does she see men being attacked by bandits? Jesus.
17 plus 6.
Real well. She sees all of them and what they're wearing. She
I
can
really
tell the
hope
color
we
of
don't
their
get into
socks.
combat today.
Right? That's all the rolls I have.
And our heroine, Patience, uses her druid magic to save them from the bandits. She wraps them up in plants, which I'm backstage casting plant growth.
Sure. Yeah, that makes
Oh,
sense.
nice.
Nature check again.
Okay.
We're bound to fail one soon.
19.
Not yet. All right.
You're just like, how can we mess this up?
I want you
perfect.
to
It
know
looks
I'm
great.
a lore bard. This
Yep.
is my jam.
Yep.
And so they, as the act goes on, they become friends, and we are introduced to Prince Walter and his page boy Simon.
Prince Walter and his page boy Simon. All right. Walter and Simon.
Together forever.
I'm remembering the part where he said, I didn't write a full play. I have some notes.
I know.
Walter and Simon.
And so, at the end of the act, Simon expresses his gratitude, and he's fascinated by her bard music and wants to become a bard himself, and goes to kiss her.
Oh.
But it should be pointed out that at this point, she has, whenever she goes out, she has to disguise herself. So
Oh,
she doesn't-
can you make a stealth check?
Ayo. 23.
She's very well disguised.
So
This is the best piece of theater these people have seen in
she
years.
says, Simon, you shouldn't fall in love with me. I'm not like the other girls. My people are different. You will only get hurt. And he says, I don't care. I love you. And they embrace.
And that's when the act ends.
Yeah.
Make a final performance check for the end of Act 2.
Numbers, 22.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Sure, we're numbers.
this play is going swimmingly.
Yay.
When the lights come up a little bit, you like peek through the curtain, and you can't help but notice that that Michael has like left. He's abandoned you in your time of need. You were really hoping that he would stick around and really support your endeavors here, but he's just apparently not a fan of the arts.
We were hoping he'd
Where
start the
have you gone?
Back to the college.
Okay.
I'm packing
Okay.
all my shit.
Okay.
Or at least the stuff I can leave here with. The bed stays, all the garbage books stay. Clearly the alchemical circle drawn in blood stays, but all the costumes that I've been working on, my sheets of leather that I've been inscribing on. That's going with me.
Okay. What are you doing during the intermission now that you're
Free?
free?
Getting some icy.
I'm probably getting some popcorn, hanging
Nice.
out,
Yeah,
waiting
okay.
for the rest of it.
Sure. I'd imagine there's not like popcorn. Well, there might be popcorn. I don't know the
Popcorn.
historical significance of popcorn, but it doesn't seem like it takes a lot of technology.
Perhaps some
to heat
jerky
up
then?
corn
I don't
kernels.
know.
For sure, jerky's around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make a survival check to
Make
find
a
out
snacks
what kind of
check.
jerky.
13.
Find out what
It's-
kind of jerky they have at
it's
the fucking
The
concession stand.
finest
It's just-
rabbit jerky you've ever had.
Awesome.
Well done.
I'm having a great day.
Act the third.
Roll for snacks.
It should be a real check in whatever. If I
Yeah.
were to design a system, there'd be a roll for snacks check.
Act the third. Time passes. Taliesin has grown old, but he's trained some excellent apprentices, and they're the best of friends. And they form a band called Prismatic Sleigh.
Make an insight check to determine if that's the best band name.
Ooh, you
It's a 10.
It could have been better.
finally rolled low.
I don't know. I like it, but apparently the people
Roll
of
low.
Commonwealth.
With a name like
Just don't
Prismatic Spray,
connect
I
with
feel like it should have been a
Prismatic
death
Spray.
save.
We'll get. There'll be plenty of
So,
time for death
we
saves
have,
later. guys.
Patience, the red bard. We have the yellow bard, her best girlfriend, Robin LeFay, played by Skylark. There we go.
Sure.
Of course.
Okay.
When you come out on stage, I just go, woo, Skylar!
There's the orange bard, Simon the Page Boy. The green bard, Old Man Taliesin. The blue bard, Aqua.
It's a little on the nose, but
It is. And the violet bard, Prince Walter.
You're in a play that
the
was written by
son
like a
of King
17-year-old.
Ashol.
Ooh.
And they go and it's a very slapstick comedy act, this one.
Sure. Yeah.
They're
yeah.
going around helping people, but they're getting into trouble, and they're drinking too much. And there's a tavern drinking song in there, and let's see.
Can you make me a dexterity saving throw to not screw up all of the or an acrobatics check?
okay. I was thinking, I have to get to
Don't
a
mess up
different-
those
Yeah, there's
stunts.
gonna be dancing on tables and stuff.
18.
Holding strong.
And then they go and they use their bard magic and their druid magic to help the people of the town recover from this terrible demon war, which is over now, but the people are still recovering.
Okay.
And especially the immaterials are being relegated to the slums. They're not being treated well just because of the way they look. And the play stresses how unjust it is and how good and decent
Oh.
these immaterials are.
I wasn't expecting a social
Sure.
justice message
Can
in this
you
play.
make me? God, what's a guilt roll?
Persuasion?
Persuasion. Probably.
Persuasion.
I feel like this is almost intimidation. It's so
Intimidation,
heavy-handed. But
They're the same check
all
for me,
right,
so
intimidation. We haven't done it yet, so.
Oh.
it's a 12.
Some of the people are kind of like put off at like such a political message in a stage show. They just came here to have a good time.
Now you're making them feel guilty.
Now you're
Right.
making them feel bad, but
Well, a star
it is
should
what it
stay
is.
out of
Wait a
politics.
second, this is entertainment. This isn't supposed to
yeah.
save your
Is that the end of Act 3? Is there more? There's more. Okay.
So by now, Simon is moving up in the world. He's become a squire, and he is becoming part of the royal court. With that, people are scrutinizing him more, and Patience says they can't be seen together, or it would ruin his career. People are starting to catch on to what she really is.
Sure. Can you make a history check for courtly knowledge?
A 16.
Yeah, seems tracks. It all tracks.
Seems legit.
So they have to meet in secret. It's the star-crossed forbidden lovers. And the play ends again with a love song and a kiss.
Performance.
Good old love song.
Good
and a
old
kiss.
performance.
And every act has been ending with a
17.
kiss.
Yeah. Everything. It seems great. At the end of Act 3, what you're still packing your stuff? Are you trying to take anything else with you? What is your go plan here?
I need to get off this island.
There's not
Or-
any boats in or out right now,
Archipelago
but-
or whatever. But once I have all my stuff,
Oh man, is talking about his dad all I needed to do to get rid of him?
yeah, that or just keep being good old Nadir. I'm looking through my things to see if I have a thing I can leave behind. I do not. So, good old pen and paper. Run into, who has pen and paper? I go into Iona's room, grab a pen and paper, one sheet, write a quick note
Sure.
to Skylark. Just quick apology. I'm leaving the college. Gotta get off the island. And then starting a new letter, like a few lines down. Dear friends, and Nadir. Bye.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna sign it Mateus.
Okay. Can you make a disadvantaged insight check?
Insight, you say? Where are you? 9.
It must be like the top of an hour because you start to hear bells ring, and you just
Like
okay.
distant bells or
You're pretty sure it's just like the bell tower that rings every hour.
has the bell tower ever rung?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it ring on the hour usually?
Usually on the hour.
This is the first I'm hearing of bells.
It hasn't
in
come up
Commonwealth.
before. What do you want?
There's birds here too, but you don't fucking
Right.
ask about that.
Sure.
Occasionally boats come in and leave, but that's only come up once or twice. Like,
I will put Iona's pen back on a table. I would hate to throw it on the floor.
Sure.
And I forgot where I found it.
right, fair enough. Nadir, you are eating popcorn, I assume? I gotta be honest, I didn't expect you to flee so soon, so...
Popcorn, jerky, something.
Sure, some
you know.
things.
I mean, I'm assuming I can't go backstage and talk to anybody right now. The play is
No,
on.
that would be
Why?
wildly inappropriate, it's
so
true.
I have to wait to tell people about all the drama.
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah, of course. Act 4.
In Act 4, we see Patience is helping the needy. She's been growing crops and donating the food to the less fortunate. And
Make
then,
a nature check to grow those crops.
Grow those crops.
17.
Yeah, it's great crops.
and
All day.
all of the crops, other than Patience's, seem to
Stop
be doing
shedding.
very poorly. They're wilted, dying, dried out, and the characters are commenting, "It's unusually hot this summer, and the summer doesn't seem to come to an end." Then King Ashol makes his first appearance on stage. Now, King
Ooh.
Ashol bears a striking resemblance to a certain gray-chinned
Oh.
person we know.
All right. You found a dwarf to play King of Shoal. All right.
Shoal.
Wow, that's sinking
Is it
slow.
Ashole?
Oh no.
Ashole.
King Ashhole.
Two S's. Got it.
I feel a lot of shame
And
for
so
how long that took.
he gives this really fascist-sounding speech about
Sure.
how they're going to
Roll
launch an inquisition.
intimidation for fascism.
Can I get advantage? Because fascism is just
No.
so
no advantage.
easily.
Fascism is a racial trait for Tritons? Is that what you're about to say?
I mean,
No,
maybe, I don't know.
that's not what I was going for.
Wow.
It's so
Yeah.
intimidating.
There's a lot of people that are like, that guy's a dick. Boo! Boo, a shoal!
And then,
I mean,
so,
statistically speaking, 40% of them are like, you know what?
It's a little heavy-handed, though.
Like,
They're like,
okay.
he's capturing what we feel, but you don't say it out loud.
Oh, no.
and so all these tieflings are rounded up, and they're like, "You're guilty of sorcery, and the penalty is death." And they burn them on stage.
Make
Wow.
an Arcana check to control the flames.
18.
Yeah, those flames have not burnt down the theater. You think?
So Prince Walter, he goes to his friends, his fellow bards, and they're like, "Your father has gone mad. You must stop this." And he says, "I will do what I can." And he has this private conversation with Patience, and he says, "Patience, I'm worried for your safety, but let me protect you. You should become my wife." And she said, "You've never said anything before about this is very sudden. Why don't you just get your father to stop this inquisition?" He says, "Well, we need to find the source of this demonic magic that's killing our crops. We can't just stop searching for the culprit."
Yeah. Roll a wisdom saving throw to overcome the madness on stage.
Roll an animal handling, because this beast is out of hand.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh gosh. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's
20.
everything's going great. You've got approximately 60% of the crowd exactly where you want them.
And so she says, "No, I won't marry you. I'm in love with Simon.
Oh,
My,
twist.
my vassal? He can give you nothing. I can give you everything." And she's like, "You can't give me love."
Sick burn.
And he says,
Shit.
"Fine. See if I care if you burn." And
See.
he stumps him.
That's what
Roll,
happens.
God, what's the cooking roll for how much cheese was in that?
Yeah.
That's how you know if a dude really likes you or not.
When he burns you?
When he burns all the people around you?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
How did they do things where you grew up?
Jesus, Fergus Falls
Well,
is
you
a
know,
rough
like-
town.
Fuck.
Like a dude's all into you, and then you're like,
Who did you burn?
Not today. And then he's like, you be. That's how it happens, y'all. Just
I didn't
what roll?
follow any of that.
I don't know. I don't even know anymore. Let's just keep going. Is that
Okay. And the act ends
okay?
with she meets up with Simon and they talk about this and
Sure.
they talk about what to do. And he says, "I'm not sure, but I know that I want to be with you." And he proposes to her with a soulful rock ballad.
Another
And there's-
performance check.
They're dancing, they're waltzing. It's
16.
oh,
Okay. No,
okay.
it's yeah, that's fine. And then they kiss and the curtain closes. Yes.
Yep.
All right.
They do it.
How are you getting off this island?
I'm gonna go find Ray.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Make an athletics check because you're sprinting to find Ray. You're like, I have to go.
Sure.
I have to get out of here.
10.
Yeah, that was a DC. And then make a second insight check.
Right straight this time?
No, this is still at disadvantage.
11.
Yeah, so You're not sure how a whole hour passed, but somehow these bells are ringing again. Act 5.
Act 5, this is where the music just becomes soaring and triumphant, and you see that there's an officiant at an altar, and they're getting married in secret.
Roll for stealth.
Oh.
Stealth is secrets.
17.
Okay.
And so they're pronounced husband and wife, and they kiss, and there's some like fanfare, like this is the end of the play, and then the curtain closes, and that's the end of Act 5, but it's not, because the curtain opens again, and the music changes, and it's very dark, and
Dun dun dun.
and Prince Walter comes onto the stage with his father, King Ashol. And he says, "There she is, father. She's the one responsible. She's demon-blooded."
Ooh, a
And,
surprise ending.
What a twist.
Okay, roll a perception check to see how well he spots that demon-blooded girl.
13.
Sure. So they kind of stumble around stage a little bit, and King Ashol like goes to the wrong person first, and like his son's like, wait, no, you missed your blocking. It's over there. And
Isn't it?
King Ashol's like, oh yeah, sorry.
Whoops.
No, the purple one. With
And,
horns.
Then an angry mob comes onto the stage, and they're all they're singing like, "Why are your crops doing better than our crops? You must be evil."
Sure.
And
Yes, crop-based evil.
yeah, you know that's
It
how
happens.
it goes.
Yeah.
That's the whole plot of Warcraft 3, homeboy.
I know she's
That's
a witch
fair.
because she cured my boy of the pox. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
So
You're welcome.
then
Necropolis.
they tie her up in the village square to the stake, and they're gonna burn her.
Did you just call it an acropolis?
Acropolis.
Oh,
He sits upon his Acropolis of evil.
Acropolis.
during the acropolis.
Wow. So Simon, her husband, is he's struggling to get away from them, and they're trying to manacle him, but he breaks free and he draws a sword. And then-
Roll a acrobatics check to struggle free. Draw his sword.
11.
It takes him a little bit. He kind of like somebody trips and falls, and as the sword sticks a little bit. in
People
the
are
sky,
like,
it's
is this,
come on.
is this part of the choreography?
So he draws his sword, and then Walter draws his sword, and it's the final sword fight to the death between the hero and the villain.
Sure.
And Simon uses magic, and his sword becomes on fire.
Ooh.
And they're fighting, and then while they're fighting, the townspeople are just going rabble, 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 and they're setting fire to this pile of wood that she's staked to. And,
It's going to be another Arcana check to control those flames.
Yep, because it's all illusion.
Oh no!
It's an
Okay.
8.
It's fine. It's fine. Lotus has fire resistance, right?
She does.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, the crowd doesn't, but
Uh,
a curtain kind of like starts to smolder a bit.
Oh,
you
God.
notice? Keep going.
I will prepare the spell Wall of Water just in case.
Okay.
Oh God.
so
It's gonna sink
Uh,
us to win, but wall of water.
everyone, there's just the most epic battle you
okay.
can make. Like everybody, all the bards on stage are fighting, and all the townspeople have torches, and pitchforks, and all. And then Simon wins the sword fight, and he kills Prince Walter. And then
Make an attack roll to see how swimmingly he stabs and kills Prince Walter. Pretty well. Yeah. You
Kills
roll
some
attack
zombie.
rolls better for people on stage than for yourself ever.
This is a performance.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And so he's victorious, and then he turns to his love, and she's already just in flames and dead.
Oh no.
No.
And
Roll another death save.
13.
Very dead. Just the deadest.
13? Isn't it above a 10?
Yeah, but it's
So,
about the success of the
Oh,
deathfulness.
he and during the fight, Simon starts to use all of this tiefling magic
Mhm.
and reveals himself that he was also a tiefling the whole time.
Simon is the page, or Simon is the prince?
Simon is the page.
Okay, that's fine.
So-
Make a religion check.
Real good.
Yeah, elaborate wing prosthetics and horns with claws show up somehow through, I assume, mage hand or something, and grow from Simon.
Minor illusion.
Minor illusion, it'd have to be bigger than minor illusion. Minor illusion is fixed in one space. It's very elaborate and very good.
Yeah.
And then all of the tieflings that got executed earlier in the play come back on the stage, and they've been make up to look like the undead, like zombies.
Okay.
And he's like, "Behold, vengeance has come for you because of your superstition and your hatred." And the zombies just like descend on the evil townsfolk. And then the play ends with Simon climbs up on the pyre and embraces his love, and they die.
Okay. Roll a final performance check.
16.
You end on
No,
a
more
good
than that.
note.
24.
24. The crowd erupts in applause. They're standing. It's a standing ovation. The applause goes on for a good deal of time, and when the applause subsides, you hear off towards the docks district bells ringing.
Oh no.
Can you make an insight check? Just a flat one.
14.
Yeah, so it occurs to you at this point that it's not that like you're missing time. It's that the bell has not stopped ringing since you were in the Bards College. Which strikes you as the city's alarm for an incursion, invasion, or otherwise being attacked. And we'll find out what happened that way next time on the Bard's Tale.